claps. Hi dolls, welcome back to my channel. I'm back. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but I'll try to be consistent, guys. It's been I don't know, it's been like a year since I made a video. I think it's been a year. But yeah, guys, I'm back. And yeah, so today's video is actually a girl talk. Guys, I no longer have story times, so I don't do story times anymore. And I feel like that's why I disappeared for a while, because I was like, I don't have content. And I feel like most of you guys subscribe to my channel because of my content, you know. So I don't really have much content to put out there anymore, hence I don't even have story times to do. Sometimes last year I remember I did a question tag, but then I ended up not shooting because I was so busy. So today I found space to actually do this goal talk with you guys. And then also I shot a reel for this makeup look, so you can go check it out on my Instagram reels at SwellyM. I'll put it right here so that you guys can go check it out. And then yeah, so let's start with the goal talk. So I basically put up a question tag on my Instagram, and then that's when people like commented on that, like, oh yeah, can you please give me advice on ABCDE, how do you do this and that, you know. I might not be able to go through everything, but I'll try my best to like go through most of your question tags, and then yeah, I'll try to cover everything in one video. So the first one was how does one get over a friendship breakup? Guys, to me, well, I'll speak from my own experience. Like, to me, I feel like breakups are like any other breakup, like whether it's a relationship or you cutting off a family member or you cutting off a friend, whatever, but they come differently. So in my own case, before I officially cut you off, before I go through that breakup, I give you numerous chances. So it gets to a point where I can't take it anymore, so I just let you be, and then iphele friendship. So it obviously takes time for you to get over that person, because and I'm sure you guys shared so many memories, you know. So yeah, finally, like with a boyfriend, like you go through a lot with that boyfriend until you can't take it anymore, and then you call it quits. And then afterwards, obviously, uzogoa, because you're so used to having a boyfriend, and now you're going through a breakup, so uzogoa, you know. So it takes time. Eventually you get over that friend, and then life goes on. At the end of the day, guys, you can't expect as sikhula, you evolve, you outgrow certain things, and then when you guys don't do the same thing anymore. So it's normal for you to go through those phases in life. Also, some people are just there in your life for a season, and then they have to go and open space for new people to come into your life. So take it one day at a time. You eventually get over it. You eventually make new friends or a new friend. So just try to get over it. I know it's difficult, but just try to get over it. So the next one was, yeah, guys, the questions. Also, guys, I feel like in Goku there's so many like young girls following me. So I hope this is not too explicit, you know, because even when I go live, sometimes I would get like girls who are still in high school, like, oh, how do I do this? How do I, you know? So hey guys, oh no, I saw from Swelly's video, she said I should please guys. So this one says how to deal with the toxic parent who shouts every day. It's traumatizing, Sana. Babe, my mom used to shout every single day. She used to shout every single day. Like she has to shout. She would come back from work, start shouting. She'll start shouting. So it's a normal thing, babe. Just like endure until you move out of home, you know. It doesn't stop. Like, there's no way you can deal with them. It doesn't stop. Also, guys, I'm drinking white wine today. So it doesn't stop, babes. Just try to endure. Soon you'll be out of there and you'll be living in your own space with nobody shouting at you. So nyamezela, babes. Also, guys, I'm reading the question tags from my laptop. Okay, the other one says, dating a man that is 15 years older as a 21-year-old, does it work out, sis? One thing about older guys, they are very manipulative. So as a 21-year-old, I would suggest you date someone in their 20s. If you're gonna date someone in their 30s, 40s, that's the biggest manipulators. Just try to stick to like 20s. Even if you prefer guys who are like slightly older than you, maybe 27, 28, just stick to 20s. Don't go for guys who are way older than you, because they will manipulate you. They feel like they've lived life before you, so now they forget sometimes when I'm doing boyfriend, now they want to be a parent, and also they will abuse you emotionally. I'm speaking from experience. So just try to avoid guys who are way older than you. Also, it depends. There are actually guys who are older and they actually treat you well. There are guys like that, but majority of those guys, it's guys who will manipulate you. So just try to stay away from those guys. So if we are born by na, it's not going accordingly, and we are born by na a relationship iba toxic, and we are born lo mntu bana ufuna uba ngumzali towards wena, stay away, babes. Just stick to the 20 something year old guys. That's the best way you can go, people mean, because if uzofuna ababhuti bapha uzaba sengxakini. So the next one says, I'm trying to make money as a 21-year-old who studies part-time. Some legal ways, please. Promotions. Try to also go into, like, guys, nowadays, like, content creation gets you a lot of money, you know. There's so many people like in the content creation space, so just try to also get into that. Also try to do promotions, you know. Also, I feel like, guys, nowadays people don't pay for like adverts on TV. People pay like influencers to like advertise stuff on their social media pages. So just try to get into that. Also try to do like promotions for these brands, you know, when they do pop-ups at malls and stuff. With me, when I was 21, I was still studying that time, and I was doing promos, yes, like social media promotions. Guys, nihlala main road, okay? So those who know me know the noise, good background, so excuse that. So at that time, like, I was obviously doing like promotions as well, you know, where like brands would send me things, they would pay me and stuff. That's also when I started the hair stuff. That's also when I started that. So to advise abantu who actually want to go into being like hair content creators, like who get like to get free wigs from companies and get paid to create content with those wigs, you can approach those companies. Even like now, they even like sometimes leave their emails and their bios or whatever. You can even contact them on Instagram, like, hi, my name is who, I love wigs, you know, I would like to work with you guys. And then like straight up, like, okay, cool, we'll send you a wig, this is what you want. And then obviously, like, when you're the one approaching them, sometimes they give you a fee, like, okay, this is how much you're willing to pay. So it's good to start from small and then build yourself up from there, you know. So there's nothing wrong, even if they pay you $150, it's good to start from there. At least you already have content, like paid partnership contents on your page, whereas other companies are also going to notice you. Then you can start pricing them by yourself, like, okay, this is how much I charge for this, you know. So you can start like from small, guys. Like, even with makeup brands, sometimes you can approach. I don't have like experience in makeup brands. I only have experience in hair brands, but you can also try makeup brands. Go on, like, DM them, like, ask them, hey, I'm interested in this, you know. Also, make sure when you approach these brands, your content relates to whatever it is that they sell. So if you want to go into makeup, make sure you also have makeup reels on your thing, like makeup reels and all of those things, sorry. And then if you create content with hair, just make sure you also have a lot of hair content on your feed, so that when they go to your feed, they see, okay, this person actually knows a thing or two about hair, and then they are willing to send you hair. So just also like try to work on that, you know. Promotions, all those things, yeah. Those are the legal ways. I know I don't know any other way you can go, but yeah, those are the legal ways, and that's how you can easily make a few cents for yourself. So the next one is working with friends. I don't really understand. I don't know if she wants me to talk about working with friends or she wants advice on working with a friend, but I'll just answer it in my own way. For me, I work with my friend and we have a very healthy working space. She was even the one that actually motivated me into doing installations again, because at some point I just stopped. I couldn't do it anymore. So we have a very healthy working environment. Like, she motivates me to work, you know. So I would highly recommend it. Well, from my own experience, I would highly recommend it, because I'm always looking forward to going to work, because my friend is going to be there. After work, we'll start gossiping, all those things. So it's not that I'm saying we gossip about clients, I could start talking about our own things. So with me going to work, it's more like going to spend time with my friend. So yes, I would recommend working with friends, especially if you guys have a very healthy friendship. How to attract rich men, Sana, or basically how to attract generous men. Let me put it like that. Guys, Sana. Guys, if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. You know? Like, also, guys, another thing I always advise people on, like, if you want to attract a certain type of men or anything, it will mean nobody don't. If you want to attract a certain type of thing or people or someone, you have to entertain things that align with that. So if you know, Bana, you want to attract generous men, you have to entertain men who are generous. Don't start now. Okay, now you're on a talking stage. You're talking to 3 guys, stingy, and then you expect to get umfana who's actually generous. If you cut off by 3, because you're not entertaining that energy. Like whatever it is you're entertaining, that's what you're going to attract. If you are entertaining toxic friends, that's what you're going to attract, toxic friends. If you are entertaining healthy friendships, that's what you're going to get, healthy friendships, you know. Same thing with when it comes to men, sorry. So if you are entertaining a certain type of men, that's what you're going to get. Also, once you raise standards for yourself, like, listen, I'm not settling for less than this. Also, like any guy that comes into your life and you see, Bana, they're not willing to contribute that much, you cut them off until you find that person who's going to treat you the way you want to be treated. So that's how you attract certain type of people. There's akonduyenzayo vasengezinto okanye uthini okanye endaweni ezithile. No, as long as we are style whenever this is what I want and you stand on business, like, listen, I'm not settling for less than this. This is what I want. That's what you're going to get. So that's my advice to a girl. Also, guys, side note, I'm gonna try to like make most of my videos in English because people were complaining that, oh no, we also want to be part of the conversation, whatever it is that you're talking about, but then you don't understand because you're speaking in your language. So I'm gonna try to make it in English, especially like girl talks. If there's a story time, oh honey, the only time a story time can be juicy is when you tell it in your language. Oh, tell the English, it's not gonna be juicy. So here's the next one. I'm 17 years old. My parents are strict. My peers are grooving, and then there's me. What are your thoughts, please? Please advise me as a big sister to a teenager who's dating. When I was 17, I also grew up in my mom was very strict, like I said previously, that she used to shout. She was very strict. I think the first time I went to Grove was when I was 17 and I went with my sister and her friends. That was the first time I went to Grove, and my mom did not know that I'm going to Grove. I just went to Grove. And also I feel like at that time when I was like younger, when I just got to high school and my friends band where we pens down and stuff, obviously I used to have that FOMO, like, yo, I wish I can also go to that, you know. But then at the same time, I'm actually grateful for how strict my mom was. Like today I can actually thank my mom for being that strict parent, because all those people who didn't have strict parents then, gokuba life in, I'm not shading anyone, but sometimes it's good to have strict parents because they keep you in line, you know. So just like for now, just obey your parents, and then when you move out of home, you can start doing those things. Also, guys, with me, I don't know if this is the kind of person that I am. I thought maybe like after moving out of home, moving to a different city, but everywhere, like every single club. When I moved to Cape Town, I thought I'll be going clubbing, but I can literally count the number of times I've gone to the club in the last, how many years? 4 years. I can count the number of times I've gone to the club. Like I can count them. It's less than 10 times, trust me. So I thought I was gonna be that girl, man. It's like every weekend, it's like clubbing, you know, because now I'm in freedom, I'm away from home. But I never really got that thing. I don't even like clubbing till now. And so I need tiny club. It's not that in Dananduka. It's not that like I used to go to clubs when I was younger. No, it's just not my thing, you know. So I feel like with Ogeli Lona, who has a strict parent or strict parents, just try to obey your parents. Trust me, when you get older, you'll look back and thank your parents. So yeah, even if you're dating, I was dating at that time. So just use protection, don't fall pregnant, obey your parents. In the later stage, you'll see why they were being strict towards you. So the next one is, how do you know if a man is there to smash or really into you? What do I do to see? Babe, men are very smart. Men are very smart. You never know if a man wants to smash or really into you, trust me. Because men, you can deny men sex for 3 months. After like 3 months, 5 minutes sex, he'll bounce. So you never know that. So just pray to God that the person is really genuine with you, because one thing about men, very weird creatures, and they will switch up like this. So you never know, babes. Just when I pray to God that, okay, I hope this man is genuine about me. Also, man, I feel like you can see when a man is being genuine. You can see when he's trying to play mind games. So just try to be smart about it. But yeah, one thing about girls, when you guys catch feelings, when we catch feelings, I tell you guys as if I'm a boy, when we catch feelings, we never see the red flags, because you all in love, like, oh, he's so in love with me. You never see the red flags. So just pray to God that a guy is genuine, because ciao, men. So what you bought but didn't afford when you were broke? Hey, I don't know. Let me just say, now I'm at a point in my life where I can just like take things without looking at the price tag. I guys, but I've gotten to that point because I think it was someone asked me. I think, was it yesterday or something? I can't remember. I was telling them about something, and then this person asked me, "Bana ibi malini?" And then I'm like, I don't know. They're like, what do you mean you don't know? And I'm like, I don't know. Because honestly, guys, I never like check, oh, imali nilendo. So I'm surprised when I get to the till to pay. Like, I never like check to see bana into imali, you know. So when I get to the cashier, that's when I'll know, yo, ile mali, you know. So I was like, no, because I never really check by imali. Yes, when I was a student back then, I used to check. Like, the calculator, the calculator. But like now I've gotten to that point where I don't check. Then what can I do? So I think, yes, that's what I can do now that I couldn't do back then when I was broke. I wouldn't say I was broke then, but I didn't really have money to spend like that because I was a student. Also, I was still dependent ekai. So I had to manage the little that I had. So now that I'm grown and I'm a working hand, I don't really get to look at the price tag. So I think that's one thing that changed from then and now. Yeah. I don't think there's a specific item that would be like, oh, I couldn't afford this, I afford it now. No, I don't think there is. Because I feel like at that time also I was living like in my financial bracket. So I understood, but okay, this is how much I have, this is how much I can get. I never really put myself under pressure for using as affordee. So yeah, that's basically what I can say. So the next one says, hi Swelly, he ticks all the boxes. I like him, but he's short. Babes, you're asking the wrong person. That's one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to relationship. Short guys. I can't date a short guy. I can't. I can't. My friends will be like, no, Chan, what if you love him? I don't even have love for a short guy. No matter how much money you have, I can't date a short guy. It's not in me. I can't date a short guy. I once went on a date with a short guy a couple of years back. About 2-3 years ago. I didn't know the guy was short. Like, we were talking on the phone. He wasn't staying in Cape Town. So, guy came to Cape Town, you know. And then he was like, he'd like to take me out on a date. I was like, okay, cool. So he told me that he used to like, he would visit Cape Town like frequently, you know, maybe come for like a weekend or come for like a week, you know. So I was like, okay, cool. So we went to a restaurant. And then I met him there. So when I got there, obviously he was seated, you know. So I got there in the bully. So I was wearing heels. I got there, I greeted. We sat down. And then I think he had to go to the restroom. But he had to stand up. I can't remember what he had to do, but he had to get up. Yeah! He was this short. He was this short. Like this short, and I'm wearing heels. It was like, even my younger brother is so tall. I was like, yo. So fine, he went to the restaurant. I was still like not rude about it, you know, like we still like chilled and stuff. And then after the date, okay, I took my Uber. He waited for me to like get an Uber. I took my Uber, I left, and then he took his own Uber, and he was staying in Kemp Space, so he left because he was closer to the restaurant. Guys, ever since that day, I just lost interest, you know. But like, I didn't want to tell him like, hey, I don't want to be with you because you're short. No, I just ghosted him rather because I don't want to bruise his ego, you know. And there's girls who actually like short guys. The guy is very handsome, but my problem is the height. I can't do short guys. I love wearing heels on date nights. I want my man to hold my hand. Now it's like I'm holding my child's hand or my younger sibling's hand. Guys, I can't. So I was like, no, I cannot. So that's with me, you're asking the wrong person. I can't date short guys. I don't have it in me. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my DNA. I can't date short guys. Like, I like ugly men. I like average looking men. I don't like good looking guys. I don't like short guys. I don't like guys who can't dress. I don't like guys who are rude. I don't like guys. Yo, guys, the list can go on. But Yabana, the height, my friends know. I don't even look at you. If you're short, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Sorry. Sorry. So the next one is finding yourself after a breakup. That's a very important thing. Like finding yourself after a breakup. It takes time, guys. Trust me. It can take you days. It can take you weeks. It can take you months. But you have to eventually find yourself. You have to eventually go back to your normal routine before you meet that person, you know? It takes time, babes, but you have to eventually find yourself. Now, I can't really advise Abantu because I feel like as people, we heal differently and we react to things differently. So just take as much time as you need. Take as much time as you need. Eventually, you get over that person and you find yourself. So the next one says, guys, I've gained a lot of weight. Look at how flabby my arms are. Do you think us girls also play a part in our pain in terms of relationships? Yes, we do, because guys, there's always red flags in relationships. There's always red flags. And I just feel like when you're inside that relationship, you don't really see those things. It's only your friends. If you share things with your friends, they will see it. So when you're inside, obviously you don't see it because you're in love, you're all about this man. You don't even see this man as a flying red flag, like the biggest red flag. You don't see it because you're so in love, you know? So yes, we also do play a part in our own pain because we ignore the red flags until it gets to a point where you're drunk and now you can't take it in anymore, you know? And you are so deep and you're so scared to leave this person because you feel like you're scared to start over. You don't know where to go from. So yes, as ladies, we do play our own role. We also play a part in our own pain when it comes to relationships. So the next one is what's the one advice you would give to your younger self in terms of hygiene? You know, guys, now when it comes to hygiene, my mom introduced me to that from a very young age, you know, especially when I started like using adult things. Like when I started with my periods, I had to start wearing pads. When I started putting on it all on and other stuff. So she's always like told me those things. Like she's always taught me to be a lady. Like the day I started my period, I remember I was so scared. Like she set me down. Like as much as, you know, with parents, like I said, because my mom was very strict. So she just set me down like, mamela ke uzomita efulele ngokune nomfana uzomita, because no good periods, guys. I was 12, scared of boys. I was so scared of boys. I only started dating in high school. I was so scared of boys. So nje, whereas in guys, sometimes my mom would take me to the shop. That's how much I was scared of guys. So, but she obviously did teach me like, okay, this is what you do with your pad, blah 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 blah. Once you start smelling a certain way, you need to stop eating A B C D E, blah 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 blah. You know. She also used to, there's this thing she used to buy back then, citrus soda. Yeah, because obviously back then I was a child, so I was eating so many sweet things. Sometimes I wouldn't even drink water. So my mom was strong, so she used to buy that. Is it citrus soda? I'm not sure, guys. I can get, and then I'll put the picture here. But she used to buy that. Then like I would drink that so that it could like clean up my system, you know. So as I grew older, obviously I knew about like feminine hygiene, and because I was taught at home, you know, like I was taught those things at home. When you're on your period, you're supposed to smell like blood, not fish. Once you start smelling like fish, you have to do something about it. So my mom obviously did teach me those things. Also, guys, as a girl, when you're sitting, like when you're in the toilet, once you start perceiving a weird smell, there's no way you can't perceive it. There is no way. Even when umchamo is stronger, you can perceive it. So just try to drink water, try to change your diet, you know, because it's inside. So I would advise that, like, drink water, change your diet, you know. Even also when I was, that time when I started my period, so my mom used to, like, we used to have, like, these mother and daughter moments where she would tell me, like, yeah, do this, you know, like about shaving, because now my pubic hair was growing. She would tell me, yeah, shaving, this, that, you know. And also, like, she used to tell me, like, to clean my pum pum with, like, clean warm water. Like, I shouldn't, like, add isepa and stuff, because once I do that, it's going to, like, throw off my pH. So I was taught from, like, a very young age about this to how to carry myself as a lady, as dukula. So now that I'm older, I obviously have knowledge about those things, and I don't think I've ever experienced into that to not get down there unless I'm with a cheating partner and I'm unaware. Once you get down there, I already know you're cheating. So the next one is, please talk about knowing your self-worth as a woman and knowing when to let go. Guys, there's so much a woman can take in. There's so much I can take in as a person. I will forgive until it gets to a certain point where I'm like, man, fuck this. Sorry for the language. But fuck this, So there's so much you can take in as a woman. So I would never advise someone to be like, yeah, you need to let go at this point, because even me, I don't know how many times my friends would like, let go. I wouldn't let go. I would go back like, show me here, apologize. So to me, I'm someone who wants to learn on my own. It gets to a point where I just can't take it anymore. Like, I'm like, no, it's fine. Let me just let go. Let me move on with my life. So I'm that kind of a person. Like, I want to learn by myself. So once something tells you, like, you know what, you'll just wake up one morning, man. One morning, and you just have so much hatred and annoyance for this person out of the blue. Even if he texts you, as much as you used to get excited when you wake up to his good morning texts, now you are annoyed, like, so it gets to that point where you just can't take it in anymore. That's when you let go. Like, don't force it. Once you start feeling that type of way, let go. That's it. Don't force it. So that's my advice. Spending money on materialistic things. Guys, like, different strokes for different folks. Like, if you want to spend your money on designer items, do that. If you want to invest your money on izinto that are better, do that. With me, I'm one person who never advises people what to do with their money. Like, if that's what you want to do that moment, do it, because I know on Instagram, like, whenever, like, some of these Instagram ladies, like, buy a car or whatever, and if they don't have a house, we'll be like, why didn't she buy a house? Why does she want to buy a car? Like, guys, people want to let people use their money the way they want to use it. Advise them when they come on the platform, like, guys, I don't know what to do with this money, please advise. Then you can tell them, okay, buy a house, buy this. Don't now go and comment on someone's post like, you don't even have a house, why are you buying a car? Don't be that person. Like, let people spend their money in their own way. Same thing with guys. Like, I don't know why there's double standards. You guys would prefer men who have cars than men who have apartments with no cars. And now, when it comes to ladies, now if a lady is renting, she can't buy her own car. Jani, if she wants to buy a car, let her buy a car. Personally, I want to buy a car before I buy a house, because moving around in Cape Town is costly. Ubering around in Cape Town is a lot of money because places are very far apart. So let people use money in their own way. With me, I would never judge anyone. Whatever works for you, do that, babes. Do whatever works for you. So the next one is, I want to move to Cape Town with nothing but my qualification. Any advice? Plus, I have makeup skills. Guys, I would never advise anyone to move to a different city without a plan. I would never advise anyone to do that. Like, have a plan. Sit down. Plan everything out. How are you going to pay your rent? Where are you going to find a place to stay? How much do you afford? And you said you have makeup skills. Work on building your clientele. Work on having your work out there so that when you move to Cape Town, at least like, these people that are familiar with your work and they can book you. Guys, it's not easy to get clients. Trust me. It's not easy to get clients. Like, people need to know you for your work before they can start booking you. For instance, with me, people book me because they already know me. That's why I even, like, have a whole brand of Swelly with the good hair. It started with hair promotions. Me always making sure I always have good hair. That's where the whole thing came from. Swelly with the good hair. Even before I started selling hair, that time people used to call me that. Like, whenever, like, I would go live, install my wigs that I bought, people were like, yeah, Swelly with the good hair, and I was like, okay, Swelly with the good hair. That's how, like, I came about the name. So people need to know you again. Even when I started selling hair, guys, my hair would sell out. When I do pre-loved wig sales, sell out, because people trust my hair. because they know Swelly would never wear bad hair. That's why it's Swelly with the good hair. So that's why you need to work on building your brand, and also like having a clientele, people knowing you for your makeup skills, you know. That's where you know if you move to Cape Town, you know you can put your work out there and people will know, oh, let me book this person. I saw their work, you know. So I'm saying, babes, for now, like start planning. Don't just up and move to Cape Town. Like plan. Places are very expensive, guys. Like places are very expensive. Rent is very expensive. I was looking for a bigger space. Yay! When I looked at the rent, I'm like, what? It's not the same price as it was like 2-3 years ago. So just have a plan, babes. Like just plan everything properly, and then once you have a plan and you know how to go about things when you get here, then you can pack your bags and move to Cape Town. Don't just up and move to Cape Town. That's not the best thing to do. So just have a plan. Like plan your life out properly and then move according to that plan. So the next one is, hi Swelly, I hope you're good. Hi babes, I'm good. I hope you're good too. It would be nice if you talked about dollies standing on business this year, and also how females should have something going on for themselves and not depend on men fully. Yeah, when a girl, love you. Guys, I've always spoken about this. Different people have always spoken about this. Like as a female, it's very good to have something going on for yourself. With me, guys, I've never been someone who's so dependent, even when I was staying at home. Like when I was like 17, 18, 19, that's when like I started like doing part-time jobs. I was doing promotions because I didn't want that thing of being fully dependent on my mom. My mom is a single parent, so I didn't want that thing of like putting all the stress on her. So it's very important as a girl to have something going on for yourself, you know? Like have something going on for yourself. Like even if it's a small business, even if you're doing like content creation, like just have something that brings funds on your like your way, you know. Don't fully depend on a guy. With me, guys, like any guy that comes into my life, they know, like with or without you, baby, I can carry my own weight. Because I don't want that thing of a guy coming into my life and he's like, yeah, I've elevated Swelly. You guys, I have pride and ego. Now I can never let a man speak like that about me, you know. So like yes, it's nice having a man doing nice things for you. I fully support that, but also have something going on for yourself. Don't just sit there and just wait for a guy to be handing things out to you, and now when you break up with that guy, now you're looking for the next provider. After that one, the next provider, you know. It's not a nice thing. Like have something going on for yourself, because now I feel like when you're fully dependent on a guy, you're going to like let a lot of things slide because you are begging for a place to stay. You are begging for this person to feed you. You are begging for this person to clothe you. Like you're just begging for a lot of things. That's why you're letting so many things slide, because you're so scared to let go, because now you know you have to look for the next person to take over from where that guy left off. So it's very good for as a lady to like have something going on for yourself. And also like if you're dating someone and the person offers to rent you an apartment or whatever, go for something in your financial bracket. Don't go for something beyond your financial bracket. Now when that guy leaves you, now you have to look for someone else to pay that rent, or now you have to be stressing looking for a cheaper place. Go for a place that you know that you can afford. If that guy leaves you, it's fine. You know you can still afford to pay your own bills, you know. So I highly recommend ladies having something going on for themselves. Even if your man invests in that, that's okay, as long as you have something that's for you, like something that's like for you as a person, like something that's written Swelly, you know, that's something you can carry for yourself, even if there's no man in the picture, you know. So I highly recommend that. Have something going on for yourselves, ladies. It's a very important thing. So the next one is why we shouldn't tell friends everything. Hey babes, it just depends on your friendship circle. With me, with all the friends I've had, even like friends that I fell out with, I was one transparent friend. There's nothing my friends did not know about me. Even if there's certain things they didn't tell me, but now I was that one friend. I'm still that friend. Like I'm someone who like I love talking, I love venting, I love my friends knowing things about me, you know. I don't want to now go into a depression state and nobody knows what's going on with me because I'm this secretive person. But I understand though there's people that are very like secretive and very like close up because of things they've went through in life and experiences they've had with friendships, and now they're scared to overshare. But I feel like if you start feeling that way in a friendship, walk away. Those are not your friends. Like you should feel safe to talk to your friends about anything. The moment you have to walk away. To me, guys, I've never really had that fear of, yeah, even if a friend would betray me, I would never be like, oh no, with any friend I'm gonna have in the future, I'll never tell her anything. No. If you betrayed me, that's on you, baby. That's on you. Guys, now I still have secrets of friends from primary school, primary, high school, adulthood. I still have those secrets of Ababandu. So I don't get people who put their friends' business out in the blast when they fall out. So to me, guys, I'm someone, I tell my friends everything. If you decide to go tell my business elsewhere, that's on you, babe. But with me, I'll open up to you as my friend. And I will never go and tell your business outside. I would never do that. So once you feel that way, babes, about your friends, find new friends because they are not your friends. Okay, so the next one is basically about feminine hygiene, but let me read it out to you guys. Feminine hygiene in details of what you're using to wash your home, girl, panty liners, pads, wipes, etc. Like I said, guys, earlier that my mom told me to wash my pum pum. I call her pum pum. My mom told me to wash my pum pum with clean water. I've tried using like intimate washers, but they never really work for me. They would actually like throw off my pH balance. Even ones that don't have any fragrance in it, it would still throw off my pH balance. So to me, the only thing that works for me is eating healthy and washing my pum pum with clean water. And I actually prefer tampons to pads because, guys, I hate seeing blood. With a tampon, I just take it out, I roll it, I throw it away. With a pad, the fact that when and then I see the blood, I hate seeing blood. Even if I'm bleeding somewhere, I just hate seeing blood. So I prefer tampons. And also I feel like with pads, I can literally smell my blood. Like I can smell it, I'm bleeding. With tampons, I don't smell anything unless I take it out. That's when I can smell it. So I prefer tampons to pads. Funny enough, I started wearing tampons back in 2020. My mom never really told me of tampons. She only told me of pads. So when I remember I was at a friend's place and then I started my period, she gave me a tampon and I'm like, what do I do with this? And she's like, put it in your hole. I'm like, which hole? She's like, just put it in your hole. That's when I started using tampons. I've never looked back ever since. But I do use pads sometimes. Maybe if the tampon is too uncomfortable, then I just switch to a pad. But I highly prefer tampons to pads. And yeah, that's basically. And also I don't wear panty liners. Let me just wash off my discharge from my panties. I don't wear panty liners because they have a fragrance on them, and also that throws off my pH balance. And also, guys, most of the time I don't wear panties. People ask, like, when you don't wear panties, doesn't your discharge like go down your legs, something? I'm like, guys, I have K legs. Do you kiss my doll? So it's stuck part because I don't have a thigh gap where it can roll down. So guys, it's kind of disgusting, but like it's a thing that girls go through. But I never really experienced that because when you go pee, obviously you wipe it off with a tissue and then it's gone. So I don't like panties unless it's that time of the month. That's when I wear panties. But most of the time, I don't like panties. So I never get to wear like panty liners. But if there's someone who actually has an input on this, please leave it down in the comment section. Like, oh no, I use this pads, or I use this panty liners, or I use this intimate wash, or whatever. Sometimes it works for other people, but for me, I'm speaking for myself, it doesn't really work for me. Hence, I'm sharing from my own experience. So the next one is okay, your take on a friend that doesn't update you about her life anymore, like getting a new job or boyfriend. Babe, the friendship is over. Pelile. The friendship is over, especially if that person used to update you and then they just stopped. Maybe they feeling like, oh, if I tell this person, it jinxes my things or whatever. So the friendship is just over. I think also like stop telling her your own stuff and let the friendship die out on its own. It's definitely over. And then she continues with, you always find out from her post. Am I wrong for viewing and not saying anything? There's nothing wrong with that, babes. Like, she didn't tell you. Like, it's like one of my friends buying a car and then they don't tell me, or they get engaged, they don't tell me, or they get pregnant, they don't tell me. And then I see by a post, I already know where we stand. So, bitch, bye. Bitch, bye. So, guys, there's always signs, man. Like, there's always signs. That's when you know about, okay, the friendship is not friendshiping anymore. So, it's good to just let go. Getting into a relationship but you're not healed from your past relationship, I don't recommend that. Like, just stay single. I know some people are like, you get over a person when you get under another person. To me, I'm saying stay single. Like, I've gone that route before. It doesn't work because you end up being toxic with the new person because you're trying to get over the other person. Now you start comparing them. Just stay single, heal, Be fine. When you're ready for a relationship, then you can pursue one. When you know that you're not yet ready, you're still stuck on your ex, stay by yourself, babes. That's the best thing you can do. Being friends with your friend's friend, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that. Like, I feel like in adulthood, from my own experience, yo guys, never need to go from my own experience. But okay, wait. But I feel like with adulthood, right? Since I've become an adult, like I know, like I have friends, right? But then I know, like my friends are my friends. When they meet because of me. Outside my friendship with them, they're not friends. They just know each other. Oh, we're friends with Swelly. So I feel like it's better that way. It's better that way. Your friends can have, like my friends are not my friends. Yes, I can go to something because of her, because it involves her. Maybe it's her birthday or whatever. I'm there with her friends because it's her thing. But like me being friends with her friends, nope. So guys, if I don't read your question tag, it's probably because it's related to something I've already spoken about. So maybe if someone is asking me about like group reviews and stuff, I've already spoken about that previously. So that's why like I don't read everything, because I'm like, okay, I've already answered this on a previous question tag. So don't feel any type of way and be like, oh, Swilly didn't read my question tags. No, it's not like that. Yo guys, also I speak so fast, and guys, it's been a while since I did this. It's been a while. And then so the next one is, hi Swelly, is it a good thing if my boyfriend initiates our dates almost all the time? Baby, I feel like I would prefer that. No guys, I feel like if I'm with a man, I don't even want to use my brain. Like, baby, think for me. So if your man wants to be the one to initiate dates, then yeah. And if you feel some type of way, you can also start initiating. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong, guys. There's something wrong. I don't see anything wrong. So my current man is amazing, but the D size is small, and due to that, I constantly miss my ex. Get a new man, babe. Get a new man, because you thinking about your ex while you with your man is a no, a big no. So I would suggest that you get a new man, guys. I can't believe it's raining. After this, I'm getting cuddled up on that couch. I'm Netflix and chilling with popcorns and hot chocolate. Guys, it wasn't just you, and is everyone going through the same thing? Okay, contraceptives. I was using no dirt pills and then I stopped because I was gaining weight. I've tried the injection. With the injection, I couldn't really experience it much because I would just bleed. Like my period wouldn't stop, because you know when you start with the injection, you have to be on your periods. So my periods wouldn't stop. I would just like bleed for like 3 months straight. The last time I bled, it was 3 months straight, until the whole thing got washed out of my system. So I was using no dead pills, which were okay, but my issue was the weight gain, which is something you need to control, but then you can't because your hormones, it's a lot. It's like you PMSing every day. You know when you PMSing, you're craving chocolate. I used to eat chocolate a lot when I was very young. So now that I'm older, I don't really like chocolate, but the moment I crave chocolate, I already know it's PMS week. So it's like you're PMSing every day when you're on the pills. You're always craving sweet things, so that's how you end up gaining weight. So those questions are about like virginity, breaking your virginity. And this one is like, babes, please keep me anonymous. Some advice on doing it for the first time. Well guys, I wish I was still a virgin. If I could take my virginity back, I would hold it so close to my heart. So guys, I feel like just stay, babes. Like, don't be under pressure. I feel like with me, when I broke my virginity, was because I was under pressure, you know? Not that my friends were putting a gun in my head, like, break your virginity. Sometimes they would talk about sex, but now I can't relate because I'm a virgin. I've never had sex, you know? And then I pushed myself into having sex. So I just feel like if you're a virgin, babe, wait until the right time. Wait until you feel like you're ready. Don't do it because you're under pressure or you also want to have something to contribute in sexual conversations. Wait until the right time. When you feel like you're ready, you want to do it, do it. Even if you have to wait until marriage, babes, do that. I wish I didn't do it back then. I wish. So I want to be in a relationship, but the men I've been approached by are not the type I want for myself. I keep getting men with money wanting a relationship, but offer me the bare minimum. I want more. I understand you're getting men with money offering you the bare minimum and you want more. What is the bare minimum that they're offering you? Guys, I wish this was alive because Goku, I'm giving out a question and this person can't even answer me. Because I don't understand the question. She's saying that she wants a relationship, but she's attracting what she doesn't want. And that the men she attracts have money, but they're giving her the bare minimum. To me, do they not give you enough money? Or do they just throw money at you and then that's it? Like they don't give you the love that you want? Be specific, babes. Be specific. Do you have to be embarrassed when you go with a big bag emtagweni? No, guys. I carry the biggest bag. Especially if I have to carry my makeup with me and I have to carry my hair products, they won't fit in an overnight bag. I have to carry the biggest bag. I have 4 makeup bags that I need to fit in. I have clothes. I have a hot comb. I have a straightener. I have a hair dryer. Because some men don't have hair dryers in their place. So, baby, you can even go with a suitcase if you want. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. So, anything that works for you, do it. So guys, now it's like the last 2 tags and then we are done with the goal talk. This one says, babe, what would you do if you have a boyfriend and then you find out he's been cheating on you with a gay? That's one thing that would bruise my confidence. I would never trust men again. Oh, I would never trust men again. I've been in a similar situation, not that close. To me, it was like speculations. I don't really have proof it was happening, but I'm sure it was happening. It did bruise my confidence. But I would, man, it's simply in Lando, like, just move on. You'll find a man that wants women, you know? So it's not, just move on. I don't even want to speak more on that. This one is financial advice. You don't have to mention figures. Guys, I wish somebody told me about saving. If someone told me about saving, child, I'll probably have a car now. I'll probably have a car now. I wish I was taught about savings back then. But then also, guys, I understand that time I was still young. You know, when you're still young, guys, I remember when I moved into Res, I came with 1 big suitcase, my laptop bag, and my handbag. I left Res with 16 suitcases. 16 suitcases. I had to borrow from my housemates a suitcase for me to move into where I was moving to because I was running out of suitcases. I had to borrow from every room, like, please, can I borrow your suitcase? Can I borrow your suitcase to pack my things? 16 suitcases. Do you know why? Because I was lazy to do my laundry, so I would rather go buy new clothes. I blew then supposed to I blew it. I would rather go buy new clothes. I would go out. I was staying in Belhar. If you're in Cape Town, you know where Belhar is. I would go to Camps Bay for lunch. I'll go to Waterfront, have breakfast, take myself on retail therapy, go back to race. After an exam, the last day exam, I have to go for retail therapy. I have to go. I have to buy a new wig. I have to go out. Go on. Now, I'm always saving. I'm always thinking, like, I have to save because for me to go to Camps Bay, that's like 350 or 500 rands if there's traffic or if it's peak hour. For me to go there, that's on Uber and I use Uber Black. I have to go there. I have to come back. That's already 1K plus minus 1K. Must see estimate. There when I get there, I have to pay. Like, I'm always like Google, like, I'm so calculative as an adult. Like, no, there's no need for me to go away. Like, imagine I'm gonna go spend 4K for what, you know? So like now I'm very calculated when it comes to going out and like spending money. Now I'd rather save. I only go out when it's a must, not because I'm bored, I just want to go out. No, I basically stay alone. So like going on solo dates, it's like me still being by myself, you know? So back then, obviously I was staying with Riz. I had housemates. I was always with them most of the time, even though 90% of the time I was always in my room. But you know, like being out by myself used to feel good, you know? So I feel like ever since I started staying alone, I don't really prioritize solo dates. I only go out when one of my friends is available to go out. Then we go out, you know? So I feel like that's how I've been saving money by not really going out not like off as often as I used to back then, you know. And also like guys, I still buy outfits for every occasion, but like I don't overdo it anymore. I feel like if I do have something to wear in my wardrobe, then yes. Guys also have this thing. I feel like if I'm already taking a picture in something, I'm not wearing it again. I used to have that mentality. Now, it doesn't really matter. I can wear it like as many times as I want to, you know? So I feel like I've grown in that sense. Also, I'm actually glad I went through that phase. At least now I know better and I know how to use money better. I know how to save, you know? So yeah, to me, as long as my savings account looks good, I'm good, babe. I'm good. As long as that savings account is smiling, I'm good. So I would highly like recommend saving money and learning how to save money and spending your money wisely on like important things instead of like using it on izinto savings. So I would highly recommend that. I would highly recommend it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into my goal talk. And if you have anything you want us to talk about on the next goal talk, you can leave it on the comment section down below. And if there's something that you want to add on whatever it is that I've spoken about, you can also comment on the comment section. And yeah, guys, I'll be back maybe with a vlog, or I don't know, but I'll just try to like create more content. I can try to like post maybe once in 2 weeks or once every week. I don't know, like it's gonna depend on my schedule as well, because I also work and then I also do this, and then there's content creation, there's other things, there's so much going on. Sometimes I also need time for myself. Sometimes I just want to wake up and sit on the couch the whole day, you know, and just be a couch potato. So yeah, but I'll definitely try to like create content. You guys can also like recommend things on the comment section, like yeah, maybe you can try to shoot this and that, you know. Maybe once in a while I might feature my friends to like also come and we can like talk about things and stuff for my channel. So someone also asked like hi sweetie, I feel like I constantly get this sometimes when I'm live. It's not on my tag, but like someone asked something similar to that, but I just want to like talk about that, you know. I know I said those two were the last two, but I just want to like close it off with this one. The person was asking like where can they go to like meet rich men and stuff. Guys, one thing I can tell you, even if there's a spot where there's rich men, those rich men know that there's girls like you who are looking for them, and they take advantage of that. You go there, you meet a guy, trust me, tomorrow he's not going to talk to you. He's going back to that same spot to meet another girl, because he knows that that's the spot where they meet girls who are looking for what they have to offer. So like don't ever like have that mentality of, oh yeah, let me go to this place, I'll meet a guy there or whatever, or let me go to this mall, or let me go to this gym, they say there's guys there who have, like, it's not guaranteed. What happens, okay, you get there, no man notices you, and then what, you know? Just wait for those things to come to you gradually. Like I said, like entertain what you want to attract, you know. If you know you're looking for rich guys, that's what you entertain. Like you don't entertain anything less than that. You entertain what you want to attract. So don't now like go to places. I always like, even when I see those things on stuff, like yeah, these are the spots to meet rich guys. Guys, don't do that, please. Like don't do that. Like stick to you having your own standards as a lady, and you knowing, okay, this is what I want, and I'm not going to entertain anything less than that, and keep it at that, you know. Stop trying to like force it and like going to places looking for it. And also guys, another thing, when you're looking for something, it doesn't come. God will humble you. It doesn't come. Those things come when you least expect it. Maybe you're at the mall minding your business, doing your grocery shopping or whatever, retail therapy, whatever you want to be doing at the mall, and then a man just walks up to you, he asks for your number, and then boom, you are in heaven. After that, you are living a life like a queen, you know. So those things just happen at their own time. Also, like if you're someone who actually attracts those type of things, normally in this process, like you attract men with money, it happens, you know. Don't go like out of desperation looking for these people in these places, because you're going to end up with the wrong type of people, because those men, they know you are going there to look for them. They know. And it's not guaranteed that when you go there, you are actually going to find that man. So just let things happen on their own. Like don't go and start forcing things and being so desperate looking for things or wanting things to happen your own way, because it's not always going to be like that. Anyway, that's it. Bye.